Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to some more F1 Manager 22 here on the PS5. It's that time of the week again. It's Friday, which means it's Forza Ferrari Day. So we're going to pick up where we left off last time. We had a fantastic first two races of the season. Last time out though, not so good. We kind of just about got away with it in Australia, and then it kind of fell apart again at Imola. So here's hoping for a better result this time out. We go to Miami and then to Barcelona. Let's see how we do. How you doing, Mr. Water? So here's a look at the standings. We are currently top of the team standings, and our drivers are 1-2 in the drivers as well, which is good. We've got a few manufacturing projects on the way. A new ATR period is on its way as well. So let's take a look at what we can build. So that's a replacement underfloor for the one that was ruined in the last race. Got a new period. Confidence is still high from the board. That's nice to know. There's our current car performance. So we're good everywhere except for cooling. That's our weakest part, and even that's still good, which is nice to see. We've got some new hours because we are top of the other constructors going in. We do have a very low amount, unfortunately. It's not ideal, but we will do what we can. So let's have a look at car part development. We do currently have a front wing design going through. Can we design something new? We can. So we're designing a new front wing. Thinking maybe a new underfloor. Let's just have another look at our grids. So it's speed that we are not topping. That's got to be Red Bull. So in that case, let's work on something that's going to give us a boost. That's going to be a rear wing. That's going to boost our top speed and our DRS speed. So let's design a new rear wing. Actually, we've already got a new rear wing too. Interesting. Okay. So this is a project we've already done. We just haven't installed it yet. So let's install that on the car. There we go. Let's just check other parts as well before we start building anything. We know there's a new front wing on the way. Side pods, rear wing we've just done. I think there's still one more being. Yep, still one more being made. Underfloor, and we've already got the updated suspension that the game always gives you for free in season 1. How you doing, Stuart? Good to see you. Okay, so with that in mind, if we go back to our car parts development, there we go. So we are a little down on top speed overall, but we are top in DRS now. So we could look at doing a chassis upgrade, which would improve our engine cooling and our speed, or maybe we could do side pods. Let's do side pods, I think. So, because our car is so good, I don't really want to spend a huge amount of time giving us a lot of hours into the performance boosting of the car in this respect. I want to try and save some of these hours for for research. So let's go with 1.8 hours and 20 wind tunnel hours. And then we've got two sets of teams available to do research when the new regs come out. Okay, so we want to improve drag reduction. We definitely want to improve engine cooling. Let's give the airflow a boost a bit as well. We have reduced some of the airflow improvement. There, if we do that, okay, yeah, I like that. That puts engine cooling up to first overall. This is, of course, before others do their upgrades as well. But we've got 5 engineers available. Let's go with 5 and an intense. And then we'll have 2 teams working on research. There we go. In terms of budget, we have 16.5 mil nearly. So let's take a quick look at facilities. Have we got any upgrades going through? Design Centre is already being upgraded. That's good. We need that so we can get that extra project going. Want to upgrade that again as soon as we can. What about upgrading either our wind tunnel or our CFD? Might go with the wind tunnel. Let's check our other facilities. Team hub, race sim. Already got all the good stuff going through there. Okay, let's drop an upgrade on our wind tunnel. There we go. Got some scouting on Felipe Drugovich. Let's take a look at his stats. Oh, his adaptability's low. His cornering and reactions aren't too bad. He's got good smoothness. That's something we wouldn't have to worry about. Okay. We've also got a report on Dennis Halger. Let's have a look at him. Smoothness is bad, but his cornering is very good. His control's pretty good as well. That's kind of important for a rookie driver. And I think we've got one on Jack Doohan as well, haven't we? Yeah, we have. Let's take a quick look at Jack Doohan. So Jack's got good cornering and braking, very good reactions, great accuracy. Oh, his smoothness is awful. That's really bad. He's going to eat through tyres like they don't exist. He's very aggressive and he doesn't have the greatest control either, so that means he's probably going to make quite a lot of mistakes. Okay, so we've got 3 potential drivers there. We've obviously got a breakdown on Arthur Leclerc here as well. His stats are not fantastic. Yeah, I did think we could sign him, but I'm looking at those and I'm thinking there are better options out there. Let's do some more scouting. See who else is out there that we could maybe bring in. Trying to think who is in the Ferrari driver program. I know Vips is in the Red Bull program, as is Daravala. How you doing, Marcel? Oof, no, we do not want Roberto Meri. You know what? I think it's going to be between Felipe and Dennis Halger as the driver we signed to replace Giovinazzi. Got to do it this way because it won't let me go back and have a look. There we go. So Felipe compare with no, compare with, where's he gone? Ah, why won't it let me? That's annoying. Right, Felipe, Dennis Halger. Let's bookmark. Compare drivers, change, bookmark. There we go. Now I can do a straight comparison. Okay, so Dennis is quite an aggressive driver. Felipe not so much. And that shows in his adaptability and his overtaking deficit to Dennis Halger. He only actually wins in 3 categories. And he's older as well. So I think that's got to be a let's sign Dennis Halger. Okay, let's propose a contract. Let's put him in there for 3 seasons. He's currently on a 280,000 contract. We'll offer him 300,000 because he's coming to Ferrari. He's going to get a decent payday. We'll give him a little starting bonus of 25 grand. And let's offer him a contract. And there we go. He's happy with that. Excellent stuff. So we've got a good young driver to train up. And then in a couple of seasons' time, when it comes to contract negotiations with Charles and Carlos, we've got a young driver who could potentially take over one of their seats. I would imagine it would be Carlos that we'd get rid of, but we shall see. Right, performance targets for the weekend. I want us to reach Q2 with 1 car. That's ridiculously easy. We are going to get both cars in the top 4. And we're going to reach Q3 with both cars. Fastest lap. Finish position. We're going to aim for the 1-2. Hot streak targets. We are working on one at the moment. Let's look for a new finish position streak. We're going to try and get 2 guys in the top 4, 5 races in a row. There we go. So that's our streaks set. Let me just check our staff. Have we got any points to spend? No, we don't. Our pit crew is improving its tyres. Good, good, good. Drivers with no points. Make sure the cars have got the best builds. We've all got the new parts. Yep. All right, Miami.
We're in the state of year-round summer. It's the Miami Grand Prix, and we're here in Florida at the Miami International Autodrome. The streets of Miami Gardens will come alive with the roar of racing, and the excitement is only just beginning. Spectacle is the name of the game here in Miami, with a stadium at the heart of this track. With long straights and S-bends, not unlike Suzuka's Sector 1, proper ERS management is sure to give drivers an edge towards victory. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. What will happen this weekend? Only time will tell.
Oh, we got a very wet weekend look. This could be interesting. Let's give our brand new driver a quick run in the car. Let's run Dennis Halger in practice 1. We are going to swap out some car parts as we always do. Shoot, we might not have any parts that need swapping out yet. Nope, they're all good. We'll do an 18 lap run. Change that. Same over here. Let's check the car parts. Yep, they're all fine. 18 laps. Reduce thing, and now let's do the setups. So we want good turning, and we want a low wing on the rear. Actually, I think let's go with 11.5 on this one. We'll go with 12 on the other car. We'll go with a 2.8 roll bar. Let's put a lot of front camber on and take a lot of toe off. And then on this car, we shall go with, ooh, yeah, okay, it's a bit of a higher wing. We'll go with a 12.5 wing. We'll go 7 at the front. We'll go all the way with the roll bar, 1.9. Again, we'll push the camber up and drop the toe down. And let's see how we do with that.
Radio check.
Okay, so no
Radio
rain
check,
this
okay.
session. Okay, that's good to know. Send them out. This game's so addictive, you've not even played the game yet. Yeah, I can't stop playing this. I am absolutely hooked on this game. Partway through Season 2 with McLaren, I came so close to winning both titles in Season 1. Lando won the World Drivers' Championship, but we missed out on the Constructors to Ferrari. And I've just finished Monaco, having replaced Ricciardo with George Russell. Russell currently leading the drivers' standings over Norris, because Norris got taken out in Miami. He got torpedoed by one of the Ferraris and completely destroyed one of his ERS modules and one of his gearboxes. So, and did some damage to one of his engines as well. So some big penalties coming up for Lando at some point. Yeah, that'll be interesting. looked like rain for quali in the race. Yeah, but again, our weather forecasting isn't the greatest, so it could be worse. It might not even happen at all. It could certainly come earlier or later than our prediction as well, which it probably will do.
Update when you can.
This car's awful.
I'm struggling quite a lot with the car at the moment.
Yeah, copy.
Okay, so Leclerc is not happy. How's Halger? Do we have audio for Halger?
The car is okay.
We might get the odd copy, or okay, from him, but that's probably all we'll get. Same as with like Oscar, you get radio check and copy, and that's about it. Right there, Dragon Energy. This is more of a manager game than a racing sim. Looks really good. Might get addicted myself too. Yes, it's very much a management version of the game. You don't directly control the drivers, in terms of physically doing the driving yourself. You give them commands. The closest game to this would be Motorsport Manager, if you've seen or played that. I never played the PC version because I don't have a PC to play games on, but I did play the mobile versions and absolutely loved those. So this is all about controlling the team itself, so controlling the finances, the car development, driver contracts, staff contracts, all that kind of management aspect of the game. Rear wing's not good. Actually, before I make changes to this car, let's take a look at what we did with Dennis's. Okay, so even a 12.5 rear wing is not good enough, so let's go with a 13.5 wing. Alright, let's try that for this car. So we'll go the same on the rear wing there. Bring the toe right up. Bring the traction down, or the camber down a little bit. Okay, that's too much on the wing. Let's go 13 on the rear wing. Yeah, there we go. Let's give that a run. You've got the PC version of Motorsport Manager, but you hardly played it. I don't know how good it is on PC. I mean, on mobile it was really addictive. I loved it. But that's because I loved this type of game, and that was like the best option, option on mobile, and it was completely free as well, and not plagued by adverts, which I absolutely loved about it. Motorsport Manager 2 was even better. Motorsport Manager 3 was pretty good. I don't think it was quite as good in some parts, but better in others. And I wasn't a big fan of the latest Motorsport Manager game. But I'm absolutely loving this. There is a patch on the way for this, actually. There was an announcement put out on Reddit today by the FDevs saying that they've got a lot of things that they've been working on with the next patch. A lot of changes that need to be obviously addressed. And so they're going to start rolling that out to PCs and consoles over the next week or two. So it'll be interesting to see the patch notes, exactly what's going to get changed. It's very good on PC. Yeah, I mean, I know it's a bit more in depth on PC. A lot more in depth on PC. I've got an old laptop, but unfortunately, it doesn't have the horsepower to run the game. I did look, I did try and get it, but it wouldn't. My system requirements weren't good enough. It's a bit like Football Manager in a sense, but with cars. Yeah, pretty much. Except that the replay and the footage is phenomenal. So this is all live footage, rather than just like kind of the janky replays that you get in the Football Manager games, or the really janky pitch movements and stuff. You know, obviously you've got the map, which tracks everything, but you can actually watch, like we do on the Haas, we watch the races like this, and issue commands live in real time. We don't speed things up on the Haas stream. On this one we do. On the Forza Ferrari streams we speed things up, so we can do 2 races per stream, but we do just a full race weekend at normal speed on the Haas streams. We get through practice and quali like this, and then the race is just normal speed all the way through. It's like a race weekend on TV. That's how I like to present the race with the Haas stream. Okay, drivers are liking the changes that we've made to the car. We'll let them run to the flag, and then we'll tinker between sessions. Okay. 94%, that's pretty good. And 93 on the other car. That's very, very good. So we're going to get some rain. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, we might well get rain in this session. And there we go, straight away starting us on the inters. Let's tinker with the setups. Don't need to do a huge amount. Rear wing is perfect on this car. Just some minor tweaks here and there will be all we'll need. There we go, let's try that. Go with an 18 lap run again. Reduce the engine mode to save the engine for practice. Second car, 18 laps. Lower the pace. And what tweaks do we need on this one? Traction. So we need to change the roll bar. Which way do I go with the roll bar? Let's go that way. Pull that back in. Okay, just got to hope that doesn't change the front wing too much. Yeah, let's give that a go. Am I planning to do a stream on Victoria 3? What is Victoria 3? I've not even heard of that. Oh, I shouldn't have sent sides out. I should have switched them onto wet tyres, never mind.
be careful.
Copy.
Try to match camber and toe to the weather. No, there's no... weather doesn't play a part in affecting the setup. Weather only affects how fast you go in this. So you don't have a dry setup and a wet setup. It doesn't... the setup system in this doesn't work in the same way as it would in traditional Formula One. So it's not a case of you have to make sure you get your wing settings as high or low as possible, depending on what track you're on. You have those set windows that the driver wants for their particular car, and then you just have to slide them around and get them in the sweet spot within that window. And if you get an optimal, then your driver gets a boost to his stats going into quali in the race. How you doing, Patkins? What's a Ferrari, indeed. What about wings? Does it have aerodynamics? To a degree. You still... like I said, the setup is based on the sliders, and the sliders will move around depending on which track you're on. So with Monaco, you're still going to end up putting in very high wings, but it's not always. You don't look at the overall value of the things that you're putting in. You're looking at the result of the changes that you're making. So yeah, it's not an exact setup science, but you know, it's the way they've chosen to go, and it works pretty well. Okay, there's the heavy rain, so we're close to needing to call our drivers in. So we'll leave sights out for a moment. He's going to be really slow on those inters now. Hopefully he doesn't bin the car. He's so close to giving me the feedback he needs. Oh, someone's binned the car.
Okay.
It's not Sainz, it's not Leclerc. Because we're looking at Sainz and Leclerc's getting a message that there's been a crash. It's
Let's take a look at the
Verstappen.
replay. We're just watching the Red Bull.
Oh, he's
And
just
that's
locked it.
an off, and a big off.
Okay, he's just broken his wing. He's still going.
Update when you can.
Yes, guys. Let's keep working with our release with good progress.
Understood.
Yeah, the track is, when the track gets above 4 millimeters of rain, which is at 4.5 at the moment, the inters become useless. You need the full wets to be, you know, able to run at decent pace. But it's practice, so I'm not too worried about him running a little bit slow right now. And there we go. That's what I was waiting for. His feedback. So now we can call him in. We'll leave Leclerc out because he's on the right tyres. And there we go. We've got the absolute perfect setup for Carlos. He's happy with absolutely everything there. So Let me just take a look at the weather. It's going to stay wet for a while yet, so we will put him on a set of wet tyres and send him straight back out. And that's Leclerc finishing his run. Let's take a look at his car. It's close. Just need a little tweak. Give that a go. Now the track's drying out. So with the inters, once they get above 4mm, they're pretty much useless. The wets, though, remain very competitive, even when the rain starts getting low. So that's, I think, one of the things that's being addressed with the new patch that's coming up. Because the inters are kind of, you know, if it's going to get wet enough to need full wets, you just basically go straight to full wets. You completely bypass the inters. It's just, you know, they're kind of pointless at the moment, which is a real shame. But the track's now just drying out. It's not going to get wetter, so I may as well throw on a set of inters than a set of wets here. Who replaces Latifi at Williams next year? The Honey Badger? I don't think Ricciardo's going to go to Williams. I mean, his name is suspiciously absent on the shortlist for Alpine. And I'm not quite sure why he's not in consideration there. He might possibly go to Haas. But I can't see him going to Williams. I don't think the team's anywhere near competitive enough for him. Okay, this setup is still not right, but it's gonna take a little tweaking. We'll have to do that in the next session. He's good enough and has years to play the long game. I think, one of the things one thing that's been thrown out there as a possibility, and it's not completely far-fetched, is him taking over the reserve driver role at Mercedes. Because Latifi's definitely going. That's been announced today. But his replacement hasn't been announced. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see Nick de Vries on the grid next year. It's just a question of with which team. Williams is a possibility. So is AlphaTauri. If Gasly goes to Alpine and Nick de Vries goes to AlphaTauri, that's a possibility. And then maybe you would see Schumacher in the Williams. But if Ricciardo takes over the test drive at Red Bull for a season, then if Hamilton decides to walk away at the end of next season, you've got Ricciardo there to jump into that seat if he settles in well and does well with Mercedes. And if not, then if another place opens up on the grid at the end of next season, the Honey Badger's available to jump into that team. So I think that is I don't think that's what's going to happen, but I think it's a much more likely scenario than him going to Williams. And don't forget, he might not even stay in Formula One. He might go race a different discipline for a couple of years and then come back to Formula One, when better seats open up. But he does need to rehabilitate his career a little bit.
Here we are, back for another day of Formula One action, where practice wraps up and qualifying unfolds. The teams will be looking to build on yesterday's momentum, having seen how the car...
Okay, so what do we need to do to get this car where we want it? I don't think we went this way last time. Maybe we did. Yeah, I don't think I can get it the other side, so it's got to be this side somewhere. I think that's what we tried last time, but I'm not 100% certain. We'll try that again and see, and if that doesn't work, we know that it's not the right way. We might have wet weather. I'm going to throw on a set of mediums. No, set of hards. No, we'll go mediums. And we will do 20 lap run. This car is fine. Set of mediums. 20 lap run.
Radio check, Carlos, can you hear me?
Yeah, all good here.
Green light.
Touring cars? No, I think if he's going to go anyway, he's probably going to go to the World Touring Car scene, or maybe the Le Mans scene. endurance racing, GT3, something like that. I mean, he could go to IndyCar, but I don't. He won't get to BTCC. That's a big step down. That's too big a step down. Oh man, Science's track knowledge is awful. It's going to be a struggle to get him up to 100% for this session. Might be able to do it.
Update when you can.
Okay, still not there with Charles' car. Okay, so we have gone the wrong way with braking stability. I think that's the best I can get it. I don't think I can get it any better than that. Just gotta hope that's it. From what you've been reading, it's looking likely to return. Haas is looking likely alongside a return to what's now Alpine. Yeah, Alpine. It's not gonna be Alpine. Well, it's possible, but I highly doubt it. The thing with Alpine is, they want. How long is left in the session? 18 laps. There we go. They want. Pierre Gasly, but AlphaTauri aren't going to release. Well, Red Bull, because they own his contract. Red Bull aren't going to release him from the AlphaTauri team unless they've got a replacement lined up. They had tried to get Colton Herta, but Colton Herta's super license request was officially denied today. So Colton Herta is definitely not coming to Formula One next season. So Alpine have got a short list of a few other drivers as backup if they can't get Gasly. And I think De Vries is on that short list. So yeah, I think...
So there was a crash.
I think it's basically Haas. It's pretty much the only team that's left available, because I can't see him going back to Red Bull and driving for AlphaTauri again. I think the only option really left to Ricciardo is Haas or a reserve role at Mercedes.
There's been a crash. Sounds like a single car.
Okay, Tsunoda took himself out of the practice session completely with this, so let's see what he did. Oh yeah, that's a bad crash.
For the team.
All right, Finally, we got the optimal. Let's see just how optimal that optimal is. Sainz, I've got to keep him going. His tyres, I should have put new tyres on him.
Virtual safety car ending. Virtual safety car ending.
Yeah, very poor grip, I don't know why.
No problem.
You got poor grip because I sent you out on the wrong tyres. Oh, that's so close. Ah, it's so close. That would be it. I'll do that for quali. I don't want to change his set of confidence right now. So that's it for Charles. For practice, just need to let Sainz run as long as possible. Try and get that track acclimatization up. I was trying to think why it was so low, and I just remembered it's because I run Dennis Halger in FP1.
Priority now is tires, as you know.
And there we go. So, session is over. We got him up to 83%. That's not too bad. So, let's make that little tweak. Just the one lap. Now it's time to swap out for a new engine and a new gearbox. Same with this car. Swap out the engine and the gearbox. And it's qualifying.
Radio check, Carlos, can you hear me?
Yeah, all good.
Oh, I was going to wait till the end of the session. Yeah, we got rain on the way. Let's send them out now. And just hope we don't get traffic. Oh, we caught Ocon at the worst part of the circuit. Well,
Some rain starting now.
okay, we set our time just before the rain started. No one else has finished the lap yet. So even though Leclerc got held up, yeah, both drivers are through. Which is all we needed. We didn't need to finish top. We just needed to get them through, and that will do it. Tell you what, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with the rest of the field, though. Are we going to see any big casualties? Look at the time difference. I mean, those times are going to change because all of those times, or most of those times, were set on soft tyres, as you can see. So that's why they're like 35 seconds slower. Once they put on inters for the final run, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. But yeah, we could see some real drama here. We could see some big casualties. So let's see them across the line. Okay, so Hamilton's through. Okay, so it's pretty much the usual suspects at the bottom. Sonoda lower than he probably should have been, but he did destroy his car in practice, which means he would have had less time to get it set. And that little tweak we made was perfect for the car. We're up to 100%. That's good to see. It's going to be dry again. We'll go out with the same tyres as last time. Again, we don't need to top the timing boards on this. We just need to get into the top 10, which should be easy enough.
And radio check when you can.
And
Radio
it's
check, okay.
going to stay dry, according to that. So we shall just wait till the end of the session.
No more rain.
Yeah.
Let the track grip back up again. Okay, we've got some rain on the way, so I'm sending out my drivers now. And that's a very good sign. Look at that. Half a second faster than Verstappen. That's a very good sign. Okay, fresh tyres. And we may have rain again, so we may be going out straight away.
And radio check when you can.
And
Radio
yes, we
check,
do
okay.
have rain on the way, so let's go out straight away. And because this is potentially our pole lap, we'll ride on board. Let's speed up the warm-up lap. Okay, here we go. No one coming out the pits, that's good, so we're not going to get held up. That rain is 2 minutes away, so this is for pole position. HR purple in Sector 1. That's faster than the Red Bull. Don't know about science. Purple in Sector 2. Still faster than the Red Bull. This is a mighty lap. This is a pole lap. It's just a question of where science is going to end up. .131.2 to beat. And absolutely destroyed it. 129.6. Verstappen 0.7 of a second slower. Sainz goes P2, just 9/900ths of a second between the drivers. We are looking absolutely mighty, and there's the rain. So that is going to affect Perez, who is just starting his hot lap now. Or he's on his hot lap. It's going to affect one of the two Mercedes. It's going to affect both of them, the Mercedes. One of them is only just starting his hot lap now. So Russell is on his hot lap. He's already struggling with the rain. No, he hasn't started. He's warming up. He hasn't even started his hot lap yet. Hamilton's on his hot lap right now. I think. Yeah, this is his hot lap. Is this Perez's hot lap? Or is he warming up as well? Let's see as he crosses the line. That was Perez's hot lap, and it's slow. The Mercedes are going to be even slower because they're they're setting their hot laps in even worse conditions. And Alonso is going to be way down the field as well. He's starting his hot lap now, and the track is just way too wet for these tyres. He's going to be tense. No, there's no debate in that at all. There we go. There's our grid.
And no more rain. Let me know on track conditions.
Copy.
So dry pace, we are comfortably ahead of the Red Bulls. Oh, track's drying up. Oh, what tyres are they on? Oh, they're on Inters. Just going to burn out their tyres. We're going to see some improvements from some, but oh man, this is going to be very interesting. I mean, the tyres will still be quick. And the ironic thing, these Inters will be quicker on a dry track than dries on a wet track. So Hamilton improves. No one's going to change their position. Oh, Russell jumps ahead of Hamilton. What about Alonso? Alonso jumps Hamilton as well. Fantastic. Bit of drama at the end of qualifying there.
The time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
Ferrari performed brilliantly during qualifying and will be very pleased with their grid positions. But the challenge for them will be to keep the momentum going during the race. This weekend, Red Bull displayed real promise during qualifying, but will they fulfill that potential by the time they reach the checkered flag? And the sky is looking grey and cloudy today. An effective tyre strategy.
Low Note for the win. Yeah, Low Note was my best farming sim series.
57 laps await our competitors here in Miami, so may the best driver win.
Right, we've got rain in the race, and we've got it right at the start. It's going to be a wet race for most of the race. It's going to go on to Inters on lap 3. Ooh, now here's a question. Do I start on Inters? It's going to be Inters for most of the race, actually, by the look of it. I've got a choice. I can either start on Inters, try and hold the opening 2 positions, for the first 2 laps, risk getting overtaken and dropping back through the order, but then save by not having to make a pit stop. Or do I just blast a set of softs as hard as I can for the first 2 laps and then switch to Inters with the rest of the field? There's a chance I'll get held up in the pits. Plus I'll have to double stack my drivers. Decisions. Oh, I might not even be able to make Inters last. Might have to do 3 stints on Inters. I could just about do that. And that's going to be quicker by about 6 seconds. But the tyres are going to be hanging on. How you doing, Matthew? Do I gamble? I think I might have to just play it safe. We don't have the best forecasting accuracy. So that rain might not come straight away. And if that's the case, then I can only hold the field back for a lap or 2, maybe, on the Inters at best. At worst, we just fall straight down the order and lose way too much time to the front runners. So we'll go with that. We'll put in some extra fuel so we can push the engines hard where we need to at the start. We're going to start off with an absolute blast, everything we've got, just to try and sprint away, create some space for the pit stops.
The drivers have now taken position on the grid, and it's looking one of the newest races in F1, and hopefully one of the most exciting too. It's the Miami Grand Prix, and it's lights out, and away we go.
So a bit of drama here needed at the start. Going to absolutely rinse these cars for the first 2 laps. Rain is on the way, it's 4 minutes away. And we're just going to sprint like crazy. It's looking like it's going to be interweather for most of the race. There might be a couple of areas where it does need to go on to full wets, but I think for the most part it's just going to be interweather. We've already pulled out a 2.5 seconds to Verstappen. Just hammering these cars right now. Full burn on everything. It's not just trying to build a lead so I don't get overtaken in the pits, it's so I don't get held up in the pits as well. Ferrari's going to be at the front of the pit lane, so everyone else is going to be piling into the pits and potentially holding us in our pit boxes, stopping us from getting out. That's certainly going to happen with Sainz, I think. He's going to drop a couple of places and have to fight his way back through the field. But Leclerc, I'm hoping, can get in and out before the rest of the field gets to the pit lane. And then Sainz is going to have to fight his way through some traffic to start getting back up to the front again. So we've got a 4-second gap now to Verstappen. We're going to go one more lap.
DRS enable.
Right. We've got a good lead now. And there's the rain.
Start it now.
Copy.
So, time to pit. And we are going to go with inters.
Okay, box.
Yeah, help with the box.
And
Try and create a little bit of separation between our two drivers for the double stack.
Charge button on. Charger button on.
Sorry about just banging the microphone there. Just caught the arm with my foot there. I don't know how loud that was, but I'm guessing pretty loud. Don't have a shock mount. When the Red Bulls come into view, deploy green shells.
Charles McLean.
That is correct. And we need speed limiter on. Speed limiter on.
Alright, so here we go. And you can see all the mechanics are out, look. Quick stop. And there we go, we managed to get both cars out before everyone else get held. Some of the cars are staying out. Oh, Perez is going to drop to the right down the order, and so's Russell and Ocon, Joe, Norris, Schumacher, and Tsunoda, and Latifi. Right, let's change our tyre options. We need to look after these tyres.
We should slow down.
Copy.
Just look after these tires.
Copy.
We can push a bit more.
Copy.
He's just got no pace at all because he's on on the wrong tyres.
And you've done a good job. Well done.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place. We can take a look now. Watch this. There's Leclerc.
Straight past him, no challenge at all.
Gaining a position there. They
And look
make
how
it
much
look
ground we've
so
gained
easy.
just on that corner.
That was a big moment. The team are clearly delighted.
It's okay, just a thump. Yeah. This is the worst part of the track, to be caught behind a car that's on the wrong tyre. Oh no, he's on the right tyres. He can't be. That must be a visual glitch because he's on the softs. Yeah, he's so slow. He's on the softs. It's just a weird visual glitch. It's put him on the inters. I think it seems to do that when you double stack sometimes. Because we know that Perez is on the softs, and there, look, he's on the inters as well. So it's a visual glitch. Look how bad their traction is. And there we go. That's the race won, pretty much. Sainz got held up so badly on that lap. What's my opinion on Latifi leaving Williams? About time. Get someone on the grid who is more deserving.
Okay.
I mean, he's had his chances. He's been outclassed by every teammate he's had in Formula One. It's I think the only reason he stayed in as long as he has is because of his financial backing. He was bringing like $30 million a season in financial backing. So yeah, it's about time that that seat was freed up for someone who could actually do a good job. Okay, first spike in the weather is coming up in about 5, 6, 7 laps. Sainz is slower than Leclerc, but he is pulling away from Verstappen. We're about to lap Latifi. Let's see, do we have any fights going on up and down the order? Oh, we got a big fight here, look. Hamilton and Perez in a big 5-car battle. So you got Magnussen, Hamilton, Perez, Bottas and Russell all in a train. Hamilton's got pace, but he just can't get past him at the moment. Can he get him on this long straight section here? Nope. Not without DRS. Oh, we've got a yellow flag in Sector 1.
Oh, did someone run wide there?
Albon having a little wobble. Yeah, Hamilton just can't get past Magnussen without the DRS. Oh, is he going to get him? Under braking? No, it's covered. Oh, and Perez is trying to sneak through. And Perez has got him. I think Perez is more likely to make the move on Magnussen than Hamilton was. We've already lapped Latifi. And we're coming up on the back of another big queue of cars as well. That big rain spike, the first one, wasn't enough to bring a change of tyres. It's going to be interweather for pretty much the whole race by the look of it. Hopefully McLaren sort themselves out. Yeah, it'd be good to see McLaren kick back on again. They looked like they were going to kick on a bit last season, and they just didn't materialise this year. And that's Perez through. So Perez will start breaking away a bit now. Start hunting down Alonso. Again, Hamilton just can't get through. Right, let's spin on a bit. Verstappen now 18.5, 19 seconds behind Sainz. Sainz is about to lap Latifi. There we go. Latifi lapped by both Ferraris now. And Leclerc is already coming up on the back of Tsunoda. How's our tyre wear looking? Okay, it's above prediction, that's good. And Tsunoda's been lapped. Hamilton's still stuck behind Magnussen. He's fast enough to pull away, he just can't get past. And now Perez has joined the battle between Gasly and Alonso. Look how far ahead Leclerc is. He's about to lap Zhou. There we go, that's Zhou lap. Now he's coming up on Norris. It's not inconceivable we could lap most of the field here. Coming up on the pit window. 4 laps to go. And Hamilton still stuck behind Magnussen. Come on. Come on, Lewis. Make the move. Nope. Magnussen's going to hold him off again. I could up their pace to aggressive. I have no need to put extra stress on the engines. Look how far ahead we are. We're half a minute ahead of Verstappen. There's absolutely no need to to go aggressive.
And box now, box.
Copy, box.
Why has K-Mag not binned it? Oh, Hamilton's through. Hamilton got through and he's already pulling away. I knew he'd have the pace to pull away if he could get through. It was just a case of getting him through. The rest of the field's going to be pitting for new inters soon. Yeah, it's not going to get wet enough for anything other than inters for the rest of this race. This is going to be an absolute cakewalk, this race. Leclerc coming up to lap Ricciardo next. Perez got past Gasly and Alonso. Fuel's getting low. Drop their fuel burn down.
Lift off needed.
Copy.
And here we go, the rest of the field's starting to pit now. I was wondering when that was going to happen. They were staying out a lot longer than I thought they would. There's Perez in the pits. Man, look at Alonso's tyres, just 21% left. He still hasn't pit. Surely they're not going to try and go to the end. Big Schumacher pits. Alonso's tyres are 18%. Now, yeah, Alonso pits. Verstappen at 23%. He finally pits. That puts him 50 seconds behind Sainz, who in himself is 24 seconds behind Leclerc. Leclerc's about to lap Perez. Got to watch that. I think once I get past Perez, I'm going to lower the engine burn down. They're so far ahead, may as well just take all the strain off the engines completely. I just want to lap Perez. There we go, and that will completely screw up Perez's race now because I'm immediately going to just go full conserve on the engine.
We should slow down.
Copy.
And he won't be able to unlap himself.
And slow down now.
So Verstappen will be the only driver on the lead lap, apart from the two Ferraris. And even he is still a way off, but I don't think I'd catch him in time. Right.
So
Oh, we've had a
there
crash.
was a crash.
Copy.
I wonder if we're going to get a safety car. Nope, just a yellow flag. Who binned it?
We've had a crash.
Oh, it was Perez.
Here's the replay.
Perez binned
So
it.
let's look at this. There's Sergio Perez. And there we see the crash.
Oh.
And Perez just pitted now.
Okay, that's just ruined Perez's race. Hamilton's back up to 4th. Mercedes are 5th. How the hell have Mercedes managed to get 4th and 5th, considering how long they were held up for earlier? And how badly they qualified as well. That's a good recovery from Mercedes. Perez won't be able to catch them because he's behind Sainz, who's on a very slow crawl. Even like this, I think I'm still pulling out an advantage. What was my last lap compared to Verstappen's last lap? He was only 8/10 of a second faster, and I'm crawling along at the moment. Yeah, this has been the most comfortable race win I've ever had on any of the races I've done. Track is drying up, but we've got more rain on the way. Yeah, we'll just stay on the inters. I thought about switching to slicks and just having a quick blast on slicks, but track's going to dry up. There we go. Track's wet again. Didn't take very long. Why am I looking at Latifi? Let's watch the battle between the two Mercedes cars for the last few laps. See which one of them can get 4th. I think Hamilton's probably got Russell covered, but you never know. They've got a back marker. They've got Tsunoda coming up in front of them. Could that play a crucial role in deciding which Mercedes finishes above the other one? Tsunoda getting in the way. Russell not able to capitalise though. I think that's probably the end of the opportunity. This is the closest battle on track right now. We'll keep an eye on the gap.
No more rain.
Copy.
Team orders. The AI doesn't do team orders. You can do team orders, but the AI doesn't implement team orders. So these guys are going to be free to fight each other. But yeah, Hamilton's up the gap to over a second now. So unless Russell can get it to within a second and DRS comes out in the last lap or two, then that's it. But you know, there isn't enough time for the track to dry up for the DRS to become active, I don't think. Yeah, Hamilton's just pulling away with every corner.
And last lap.
This has been such a dominant drive for Leclerc. We'll watch his final lap. As I say, I've never had a race this easy. I mean, the upgrades that we brought to the car, that new rear wing, combined with just the raw pace we had, has made this car brutally fast. And the fact that we pushed so hard at the start and we were able to get both cars out of the pits before the rest of the field turned up. You know, from there we just never looked back. And in the end, even running at the lowest possible pace with our tyres for the last 20 odd laps, you know, we still got half a minute lead over Sainz and another half a minute back to Verstappen. If we carried on pushing, I think we could possibly have lapped Verstappen. There we go. Dominant win for Charles Leclerc there. Annihilating everybody, including his teammate.
Well, this was incredibly difficult.
This was incredibly easy. That's the easiest win you're going to get all season. Any plans for getting Verstappen? No. Well, actually, no, maybe. At the end of the season, we might sign Verstappen. We might sign Hamilton. We'll see which driver wins the championship.
Well, this was definitely Charles Leclerc's weekend. Everyone involved in Formula One dreams of seeing their driver up there on the podium. And the Monegasque driver certainly proved his worth with a terrific drive today. But remember, it's not just about today's trophies, it's the points that can make all the difference. I don't think Ferrari will be too disappointed with that result.
Yes, there's definitely
Leclerc and Verstappen would be unbeatable. Well, in this car, Leclerc and Sainz are going to be unbeatable.
Come through even stronger.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
Hell, I could probably put Latifi in this car and he'd win.
For the next round,
that might be something to think about, actually.
With some heated competition.
Putting Latifi in the car. If the car gets ridiculously overpowered, which I've got a feeling it's going to be, then we might do that. We might deliberately bin off both drivers and put some some lower drivers in there, and just to add a bit more challenge. Okay, there we go. So after the dramas of the previous two races, it's good to get back to winning ways with a dominant performance there at Miami. Let's see. If the board aren't happy with that, then the board can go shoot themselves. Confidence has gone up immensely. Good, good, good. Okay, new front wing is ready. Got the Spanish Grand Prix in 3 days. We're just going to emergency 4 of those. We've got the money. Stick them on the car, and then yeah, there we go. Look at the difference it's making to our car. There we go. And when those new side pods turn up, this car's going to be an absolute monster. And then we'll just manufacture a couple of spares at normal pace. There we go. Right, car part development, new project, research. We've got changes to front and rear wings next season. How long's left actually on? Side pods are 27 days away. Okay, let's just throw everyone onto. Let's speed that up actually. Car part development, current projects. Let's throw an extra engineer onto that project to speed it up a little bit. And then put 4 into a research project on a front wing for next season. Okay. 4 engineers, there we go. Let's check our drivers. Do we have any points? We do. Leclerc has a point to spend. Leclerc is mighty. Let's improve his adaptability or his defending. Actually, I'm going to put a point into smoothness. There we go. Make those tyres last that little bit longer. Sights, no point. No point for Dennis. This is his first race with us, so not surprising. Let's check the staff. Enrico has a point. Let's work on improving the chassis. Diego has a point. This guy is going to be ridiculously expensive to renew his contract. Let's get his drag reduction up to 90. No points for our engineers. Pit crew improving on tyres. That's good, good, good. Latifi and Yuki. No, I'm thinking we put Halger straight in the car, and it's just a question of who we put in there with him. Who was the other driver that we were looking at? Drugovic. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go for Drugovic and Halger as our drivers for next season. We'll keep both of these drivers for this season. Okay, there's the current tables. It's close between Carlos and Charles at the moment, just 4 points between them. 3 wins for Charles and 2 wins for Carlos. But Charles had that retirement in Imola. Or was it Melbourne? I can't remember. Which one was it? Was it Imola or was it Melbourne? Let's have a look. Historic results. Yeah, he DNF'd at Imola. Right, race targets for Barcelona. Reach Q2 with both drivers, that's easy enough. Qualifying position, I think we're going to get the top 2 positions here, so we're going to try and do that. Q3, both drivers in Q3. Fastest lap, easy. Finish position, we're going to go for the 1-2. We've already got our streak set.
Formula One has cranked up the heat over Barcelona. The first Grand Prix
Latifi
held
and
here
Stroll.
was won by Nigel Mansell after a wheel-to-wheel battle with Ayrton Senna. But who will follow in his footsteps this weekend? Long straights and medium speed turns dominate here, but there's something else to watch out for at Barcelona. The air currents are strong and unpredictable, and they'll be giving aerodynamic components a real run for their money this weekend. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. The competition is on.
Yeah, one of the things I'd like to do, having 2 rookies in the car next season, it would free up both Leclerc and Sainz on the drivers' market, and when some contracts come up next season, we would see some really interesting changes. So you would potentially see a few drivers disappearing completely. I don't think Albon's going to get a seat. Actually, no. Thinking about it, I mean, Mick's contract is up. Let's have a quick. Oh, we've already gone. We'll do it when we finish. Remind me when we finish this race to check the driver listings, because I want to check contract lengths and see who's going to be up at the end of the season. Because if you don't remind me, I will probably forget. Right, let's install the practice components. We want a bit of bite on the rear wing here. And the reason, you know, I'm excited for that for next season is if we're going to have such a massively advantaged car, which I think we are going to have, it's going to be so advantageous in the Ferrari over the other teams with the research that we're doing this early on and the condition the car's in already. Having 2 rookies means the cars won't be quite as quick as they could be, because the drivers won't be as quick as the more established drivers. And having both Sainz and Latifi, Sainz and Leclerc driving for other teams will increase the competition from other teams as well. So it will make things a little bit tougher than it could be for next season, because we'll have slower cars by way of having slower drivers, and other teams will have faster cars by way of having faster drivers. So it could make things very interesting to see who goes where.
Radio check, Carlos. Can you hear me?
I think Hamilton will be out of contract as well. It'll be interesting to see what happens to him.
Green light.
Oh, I should have put Dennis in the car. Never mind. Too late now. Sign Mick and an Australian. No, like I said, we've got the 2 drivers in mind. We've got one of them already, Dennis Halger. We'll promote him up. And then we'll sign Felipe Drugovich.
Update when you can.
Yes, guys. Getting better and better.
Okay, copy.
Okay, good start.
the
Not
car
so good
okay?
start.
The car feels tricky.
Copy.
That's polite Spanish for saying the car's a bag of shit. Very diplomatic of Carlos there. He's still faster than Leclerc though at the moment. Okay, what do we need to change? Braking stability is not good. The rear wing isn't great. Let's go to a 14 rear wing. Front wing's okay. Traction's okay. Let's up the toe. Yeah, let's just try an 8 front wing. Let's go with that. Oh, traction has changed as a result. Okay. Right, we'll go with that. Science. Let's go with a 14 wing on this car. That roll. Oh, this car didn't change. Save the set. I must have forgotten to set this one up. Okay, let's go with an 8-2 roll bar. And let's go with that for this car. There we go. Want to see Mick do well. Got the opportunity many years ago to kart it. Yeah, I mean, okay, let's not rule out Mick Schumacher. Let's maybe sign Felipe Drugovich as the reserve driver to replace Dennis Halger. Put him in the car with Mick. Mick will stay on the grid next season, but probably end up at Williams. It's usually what happens in these saves, apparently. And we are showing Ferrari, you know, how to be Ferrari. And so basically we just need to do everything that Ferrari are not doing. Ferrari have decided to drop Schumacher from the academy. He will not be part of their young driver academy from the end of this season onwards. So we can say, no, bad decision, you should have kept him, and we'll put him in a car and make him a world champion. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. Let's do that then. We'll sign Mick as our lead driver. So Mick will replace Charles Leclerc at the end of the season. Dennis Halger will get promoted up to replace Carlos Sainz, and then we'll sign Felipe Drugovich as the reserve driver. Okay, good changes for Carlos's car. What about Charles? Improvement for Charles as well. It's not hard to show Ferrari has not to be Ferrari. This is true. Although we ended up becoming Ferrari at both Melbourne and Imola. Made some dodgy decisions, got caught out. How we managed to salvage a win at Melbourne, I do not know, but yeah, that was just bonkers, that race. Okay, good progress on the setups. 88 and 82 already. So, what can we tweak? Need to tweak the wing angles slightly. Let's start by doing that. And that. I need to change traction a little bit as well. Okay, so let's go with the other way with the front wing. That hasn't changed the rear wing enough. This is where things get fiddly. Alright, let's give that a go. We'll go with an 18 lap run. Throw on a set of softs this time round. Carlos, let's take a look. Okay, so need to change the roll bar. Go with a 7.3 roll bar. Need to change the wing. That should do it. If only there was a regen by the name of Lauder. Well, you never know what happened.
Radio check.
Radio check, okay.
This should be a more interesting race weekend in terms of battles up and down the grid. But I think this is another race we're going to kind of walk. The AI is probably going to two-stop this. We're going to look at the one-stop. So if we get out front and stay out front, it's going to be another cakewalk for us.
Sounds like we've had a spin.
Latifi being Latifi. Okay, Leclerc is happy. Don't know if that's an improvement on his car or not. And same with Sainz.
They've gone wide.
Okay. Oh yeah, we went the wrong way with braking. I had a feeling we probably had done. So let's go that way with braking. Front wing isn't quite there. Let's go to a 9 front wing. cornering's not quite there. That change should do it. Hopefully we haven't screwed up the rear wing too much. Yeah, that will change the front wing. Or the rear wing quite a bit. Alright, let's try that then with the front wing. Now I need to mess around with the camera again. Alright, I think that might be it. Definitely improvement over here. Front wing needs to go up. Need a couple of subtle changes. That might be perfect. It'll be close. I think that might be it. Is it just me, but one stop seems to be the way to win? It depends on the circuit. And depends on the team that you're racing with. It's very easy to pull off one stop wins. If you've got a good or even a decent team. If you've got a rubbish team, then a one stop can help you get up the ordering, maybe get a couple of points. But teams at the back of the grid like Williams, like Aston Martin, and I was going to say like to a lesser extent McLaren, but no, not McLaren. Take that out of the list because I won the Drivers' World Championship and nearly won the Constructors in one season with McLaren. It depends how you upgrade the car. It depends what your driver lineup is to an extent. But certainly with Williams and Aston Martin, one stops can help you pull out some good results, but safety cars also, combining a one stop against an AI two stop with a safety car is a great way to get a fantastic result. But the cars are so lacking in pace that you need to be able to push the tyres, and so that does kind of rule out one stops if you want to push, because you just eat the tyres and you can't pull off the one stop. It depends on the circuit, depends on the car, it depends on your driver lineup. But with a team like Ferrari, where they've already got an amazingly good car, yeah, you can just one stop. And then it's easy to beat the AI that way. This game does need to have its difficulty spiked a little bit. It's a little bit too easy, especially with the top teams. And they need to change the upgrading system a little bit, because I think the gains that you can make are a bit too high compared to the AI.
Update when you can.
So you can easily outdevelop
Yes,
the competition.
Let's keep working, but they are already with good progress.
I've seen a lot of people taking Williams to the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors' Championship after just two or three seasons.
Yeah, good job. Okay.
Williams Let's Plays are next to non-existent. I've seen quite a few people doing Williams. I've seen. I was watching someone called Decathlon Gamer for a bit. He was doing Williams. Tim at Marduk is doing Williams. Jarno Altmaier is doing Williams. I know Alex Gillen is doing Haas, same as I am. I think Arava's doing. I'm not sure who Arava's doing actually. Is he doing Alfa Romeo or is he doing Haas as well? I think he's doing Alfa Romeo. Who else did I see doing Alfa? Chain Bear is playing Alfa Romeo. Okay, we almost got it. Let's try that. So yeah, I've seen someone called Captain Goodspeed doing Aston Martin, which I very nearly did. Nearly did that, but Sim UK is doing a Williams playthrough. I didn't even think about checking Sim UK. I'll have to give his a look. So I was going to do Williams, but I just thought everyone's going to do Williams, and you know, it turns out quite a few of the people that I've watched were doing Williams. So I thought Haas would be something a little bit different. I figured that most people would go for Alfa Romeo, Aston Martin, and Williams. I didn't know that many people that would go for Haas. And in the end, more went for Haas than I thought they would. But I'm glad to see that nobody went straight in at a big team. I mean, we're doing this for a bit of fun, but this is a once-a-week thing. This is not our main playthrough. There's no challenge playing with Ferrari. Mercedes is only going to be a challenge for the first season to try and get the championships, and even then, probably only for the first half of the season. McLaren could be a challenge if depending on how you play it, but Right, there we go. Another practice session done. Cars are set and ready for the final practice session.
Our race weekend continues as we head...
Let's put on a set of mediums.
And radio check, Charles.
Radio check, okay.
Okay. My house playthrough is brilliant. Well, thank you. I like to think it's pretty good.
Sounds like a spin!
I would love to do a Williams series. I'm going to wait though until the game's been patched, and and things that need changing have been changed. I want the Williams to be a real challenge, because at the moment it's only really a challenge for the first season. You can get, depending on how things fall, you can jump up quite quickly into the midfield in the first season, and from there it's so easy to just push on. And like I said, you could be a world champion and a constructors champion at the end of season 3 quite comfortably with Williams, as the game stands right now. Okay, so we've got optimal setup for Leclerc. That's good. What about Carlos? There we go, Carlos as well. Let's see just how optimal those are. So close with the braking. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Let's go that way. And that one's perfect. There we go. Fantastic. So we'll send him out for just a couple of laps, just to get him up to 100%. And there we go. That's science done. So now it's all on to Charles, just to see if that change gets him to 100%. Hoping one day I'll come back to FS22. I'm not ruling it out. I'm probably going to wait until the Platinum expansion, the Platinum edition of the game is on sale, and then pick it up that way. But when I play a game that I really enjoy like this, I tend to get a bit obsessed and just play nothing but, you know. So I've got this. I've got Construction Simulator, which has just come out. Videos coming very, very soon. I know they were supposed to go up yesterday, but you know, I had some issues with editing, so there'll be some videos over the weekend for you guys to have a look at. And between those two games and, you know, the fact that I play Alien Fireteam Elite on a pretty much daily basis with some friends, I don't have time for another game at the moment. I mean, I haven't even touched F1 22 since this came out, so I need to spend some time getting back onto that again at some point. There we go, we did go the right way. So that's it. Session is done. Okay, quality time. So we're going to be doing our usual one run in each session. Swap out the practice parts.
And radio check, Charles.
Radio check, okay.
Let's see just how much of a pace advantage we've got now that we've got a new front and rear wing on this car. I mean, we were, what, 7/10 ahead of Verstappen at Miami in qualifying. Let's see if that gap's gone up. I get the feeling it might do. I mean, it's a different type of circuit, but you know, the front wing's going to improve our cornering performance even more. So yeah, I think we could be just as far ahead, if not even further, by the at the end of this session. Did we send Leclerc a little bit too early? I don't know. He's looking mighty quick again. Yeah, he's going to take pole position here, or provisional pole. Oh, look at that gap. Okay, everyone's going to get a clean run this time round. Vettel might get held up slightly by Stroll. Not Vettel, sorry, Verstappen. Are we really over a second? God, look at that. We are almost a second faster than the rest of the field. Yeah. This is what I mean. You know, this game on a team like Ferrari, it's just too easy. Same tyres as the last session. This is why I want slower drivers in the car for next season, because the car's going to be so fast compared to the rest of the field that it's a way to give ourselves a little bit of a handicap.
Yeah, all good.
We've just had a spin.
Alright, let's see what times we do this time round. Yeah, Leclerc's going to purple the lap again. They need to tweak the difficulty. Yeah, they do need to tweak the difficulty. Well, I think, like I said, there is a big patch coming in the next week or so. So I don't know exactly everything that's being done, but I know there's a lot of things being tweaked in that patch. So, yeah, we're over a second clear of Perez right now. Verstappen gets an improved time, gets the gap down to 7.5 tenths. That's still a massive margin though. Alright, fresh set of tyres. Charles going to get pole, but can Carlos get the win at his home circuit?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Here we go, sending him out. once again, yeah, Leclerc is just nailing these sectors. So pole position for Leclerc, Sainz second by 1.5 tenths. Verstappen's going to take P3. Seven and a half tenths slower. Perez almost a second slower. Yeah, it's not even close.
It's race day with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
Okay, so let's pick a default one-stop strategy. We're not going to push tyres, we're not going to push pace, we're just going to leave it like this. Because otherwise, it's, you know, if we start pushing, there's going to be absolutely no challenge whatsoever in this race. So we'll leave them running on this strategy and just see what happens. There we go, so they're pitting a lap apart from each other. Fuel, they've got enough fuel, not going to overfuel the cars. In fact, I'm even going to underfuel the cars a little bit. Let's take a lap of fuel out on both cars. We're not touching that. There we go. Let's see how they do.
As the sun continues to shine,
towards the end, we'll give them both a push lap just to set a fastest lap effort, but we'll leave them to their own devices.
It's lights out, and away we go.
So we're on hards. Everyone behind us is on softs and mediums, and then the rest of the hard runners are at the back of the grid. And yeah, even with that, I think we may still potentially pull away. Or at least certainly hold our own. When I started this Forza Ferrari series, I knew it would be easy, but I didn't think it would be this easy. And we are, even on the hard tyres, we are pulling away from Verstappen. Let's see, can we break the DRS before the end of the lap? Part of me wants to, just to see if I can do it without putting any push on these cars whatsoever, just leaving tyres, fuel, battery alone, leaving them and seeing what happens. I think the answer is going to be yes. There's a second already, look. This is crazy. We're on the hard tyres and we're beating cars on softs. Yeah, we're beating Red Bulls on softs. Who ran wide?
Who's running wide there?
Magnussen. Yeah, there we go. K-Mag doing a K-Mag. So we crossed the line, DRS is being activated, and we are 1.4
DRS
seconds
enabled,
ahead of the
okay.
Red Bulls. This race is over already. It's just a battle now between Sainz and Leclerc as to who's going to win the race. We're not implementing team orders, so as long as they don't take each other out, one of them's going to win. Someone had a lock-up. That is one of the Alpines, that's Ocon.
Looks like there's been a lock-up. Let's have a look.
How bad
now
was
have
that?
a watch of this. Looks like Ocon. Just a bit too heavy on the brakes.
He put himself on the edge of the gravel trap, but that's fine. He's got going again.
And that was a bitter blow for the team.
Right,
Was
so
that a
let's take a
lock-up
look
on
for
the
some
track?
other battles down the circuit. Perez trying to get past Bottas right now. And as soon as we cut to that, he gets past. And he's going to start chasing. Oh no, Bottas is fighting back. Oh, I'm not sure which one of them got DRS.
At the moment, we are the fastest car on track.
I think Bottas got DRS. No. Perez did. Yeah, you can see him reeling Bottas back in again. Hamilton's way at the back. What is Hamilton doing back here? Did he take penalties? No, he must have. Wow, he dropped 15 places on last lap. I missed that completely. All right, we've got something to watch. We've got something to see. Hamilton fighting back through the field and see how far he can go. We'll stick with this for a little while, and then we'll start looking for some other battles. Perez is back past Bottas again. Can he stay ahead of Bottas this time? We're still pulling away from the Red Bulls. This is crazy. Oh, Sainz takes the lead and Leclerc takes it back. Those two are really going side by side with each other right now. Stroll just overtook Hamilton. Alright, let's see. Then go side by side again through here. And Sainz takes the lead. Can he hold him off? Yes, he can. This could be a new fastest lap for Sainz. Nope. And Leclerc retakes the position. Hamilton's got past Stroll and Albon now. He's chasing down Vettel. Yeah, we must have missed it. He must have had an off, run wide somewhere, or maybe he got. Yeah, and there's no way he could have dropped 15 positions. We must have just missed the replay because he was running fourth at the end of lap 2, and then at the end of lap 3 he was running 19th. So yeah, he dropped 15 places in one lap. Verstappen now over 5.5 seconds behind. The gap's still going up. And I'm pretty sure the AI is going to two-stop. So it is just a battle between Leclerc and Sainz as to who's going to win the race and who's going to get the fastest lap. Any other battles going on? Zhou is holding up Magnussen and Schumacher. And there goes Hamilton up the inside of Vettel. Can he get a big enough gap to stay ahead of him on the main straight? Yeah, even with DRS, that Aston Martin just doesn't have the pace. And there you can see Hamilton, it's going to be a second clear by the next DRS straight. There we go. Breaks the DRS before detection. And he's already closed a second on the back of the two McLarens. So Hamilton's making moves. Catching back up. Let's have a look. Magnussen's got past Zhou. Does Zhou get back past again? No. Mick is lurking in the background as well. Zhou's on soft tyres. Not sure about Magnussen. What's Magnussen got? He's on softs. Mick's on hards. So Mick's placed quite well here. Ricciardo and Norris. Norris is on softs. Ricciardo's on hard. So this is screwing up Norris's race. Hamilton's taken another second out of them. Let's take a look at the AlphaTauris fighting each other. Gasly's on mediums. And so's Yuki. So they're going to be tripping over each other for a while yet. Russell is up here with Perez and Bottas. These three still fighting away. Let's keep an eye on this for a bit, because this is the biggest battle at the moment. There goes Perez. Can he pull away from Bottas this time? Every time he's tried so far, he's been caught and passed again. I think it depends on whether Russell can get past him. If Russell gets past Bottas, then I think that means Bottas will end up staying back a bit. But that AlphaTauri in Bottas' hands is pretty nifty in a straight line, so I think it could well retake Perez here. Yeah, he's just going to go straight around the outside of him, look. So this is hurting Perez more than anyone else. Hamilton's up with the two McLarens. Norris back ahead of Ricciardo, but can't break away. With Hamilton in the mix, that could shake things up a bit. Maybe get a bit of separation between these two guys. Oh, I thought he had the move done there. Perez and Bottas still scrapping side by side. this is really hurting Hamilton, being stuck behind two battling McLarens like this. He just can't seem to get the run because Ricciardo's got the DRS of Norris. Tsunoda and Gasly still just a few tenths apart from each other. Still swapping places back and forth. Oh, here we go. Here's a move for Hamilton. He splits the McLarens around the outside. Can he hold on? Yes, he can. And that's Ricciardo relegated. Can he get straight past Norris now? He probably should do, because he'll have DRS and Norris won't have a defence. Not here, so main straight maybe. And then it's nearly 6 seconds up the road to the two Haas cars. There goes Hamilton. And he'll blast away from those McLarens, just like he did the cars behind. Ocon's fought his way back up to 16th. Bottas still hanging in there. And there's Hamilton into the pits. So the soft drivers are going to start making their stops now, which will include Verstappen, who's now 13 seconds behind us. Yeah, this is going to be an absolute cakewalk. It's going to be even easier than Miami, because we don't have the rain to worry about. And there goes Bottas back past Perez again. Hamilton's back out just ahead of Lance Stroll. Is Stroll going to overtake him on the DRS straight? No, I don't think he is. He's not going to have the pace. Okay, so Hamilton 17th. I'll just start pushing. Verstappen now 15 seconds behind. Still hasn't pitted yet. Let's take a look at tyre wear. 48% for Verstappen, so he probably won't be pitting for another 5 laps, maybe. If he goes on to hards, he might try for the 1 stop. I think the medium runners are going to 1 stop as well, potentially. Depends how quickly they pit. Sainz and Leclerc still swapping positions back and forth. I think Hamilton's... Oh, there we go. That's a pit stop for Verstappen. And for Russell.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
It's a lock-up for Vettel.
Let's take a look at the replay. Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel. That lock-up could have cost them dearly.
Right, he kept it out the wall. So often we see drivers lock up and go into the wall there.
The team are devastated.
Okay, so what tyres is everyone putting on? I think Hamilton's going to have to stop again because he's put on the mediums, which means I think Verstappen, Russell, Tsunoda, I think they're 2 stopping as well. The hard runners are probably going to 1 stop, but and the guys who started on mediums might 1 stop, but the guys who started on softs, I think they're going to 2 stop. And there goes Perez. So he's probably going to throw on a set of mediums as well. Bottas now currently P3. And a long way behind. Yeah, Perez goes for mediums as well. So we're looking at, I think, a 2-stop for Perez as well. Oh, wow. Sainz has broken the DRS. Traffic, that's why. But Leclerc is pushing. He's got the DRS, actually. He's closing in again. There goes Bottas in the pits. Okay, that I wasn't expecting. So Bottas is 2-stopping. He's got to be. He's putting on more mediums. Yeah, he's putting more mediums. He's got to be 2-stopping. Sonoda and Ocon. Gasly's put on fresh medium. Yeah, so everyone's 2-stopping. Or at least the medium runners and the soft runners are all 2-stopping. We still don't know about the hards. They might still be 1-stopping. In fact, their tyres are all in better shape than ours right now. So yeah, they are almost. Oh, yeah, a little spicy there with the McLaren getting in the way. Yeah, I think the hard runners will be 1-stopping. Everyone else on the field is a 2-stop. All right. So Sainz with a lead outside of DRS. Leclerc will gradually eat that up and get back into DRS, I think, just because he's been quicker by a couple of tenths all weekend. But there is traffic coming up as well. That could work in the favour of either driver here. About to come up on some lap traffic. Sainz gets through quickly and easily. So does Leclerc. But he does not get the DRS. Or maybe he did. Oh, he would have got it off the back of Magnussen.
We've just had a car run wide.
Oh, look at that closing speed. How far away from pit stops are these guys? Oh, look at the tyre wear. At this rate, I might be able to just keep them out on softs, keep them out and then put a set of softs on instead of mediums. Let's have a look, actually, if we could do that. Let's take a look at Charles. If we were to change the softs, we would need to go to... Yeah, we can do that. The rate that they're saving tyres at the moment, they can comfortably do the 1-stop onto a set of softs. Yeah, that is a free pit stop gap to third. That's 2 pit stops almost to Verstappen right now. Interestingly enough, Sainz is down on his fuel because he's been leading, and we did underfuel the cars by 1 lap. Leclerc's is looking positive because he's been, even though he's got the same fuel load, because he's been hanging back in the slipstream using DRS. So his fuel burn is slightly less. When he gets back in front, it'll drop down and Sainz's will go up. But more traffic. That's Gasly. There's Tsunoda and Hamilton. My God, we're about to lap 9th and 8th already. We're not even halfway through the race yet. There we go. Lapped everybody up to and including 8th place. Alright, let's whiz on a little bit. They're swapping places again, back and forth. Yellow flag in sector 1. I'm not sure who that was for.
Someone spun out.
Albon. That's not sector 1, turn 10. Alright, into the pit windows. As Leclerc retakes the lead. That's Alonso lapped.
Is that a lockup? Let's see what happened there. Now look at this. It's Pierre Gasly. And this...
Oh, that was clumsy.
That's the lockup. No! The team are really...
So that's 2 laps on Albon now. Okay, so we're going to pit sites for a brand new set of softs.
And box and pit confirmed.
And
Yeah, copy the box.
we're going to do the same with Charles and delay by one lap. There we go.
Copy box.
So there goes Sainz into the pits. Comes out in clean air.
I think there's been a lockup.
Sainz able to use those tyres to good effect and pull out enough of a gap to comfortably get ahead.
Strong lap.
Can he stay ahead? Kind of want Carlos to win because it's his home Grand Prix, but we're not instituting team orders. It's entirely down to how it happens on the track. As long as they don't kill each other. That's all I care about. Hamilton into the pits for his second stop. Leclerc steals the fastest lap. So Hamilton's got to go hard tyres here, sure. Oh, actually, no, he started soft, didn't he? So he could go mediums again. He's gone soft again. Interesting. He could be quite punchy in these last laps. It does look as though those hard tyre runners are one-stopping on the softs. Let's look at tyre history. So, Max, Sergio, Bottas, Russell, Fernando, Yuki, Pierre, Zhou, I think they're all stopping again. Mick might be. Given he actually pitted earlier than I thought he would, he pitted before lap 30. I think Mick's going to pit as well. I think he's going to put on a set of softs. Lewis has just put on a set of softs. Ricardo might stop again. Ocon is definitely stopping again. Lando's stopping again. Yeah, that's the whole field. So
A very good lap.
these guys are just trading fastest laps right now. So we'll whiz on. What's the gap right now? 38 seconds. And Vettel, I think... sorry, Verstappen, I think he still needs to do his second stop. And there he is, making his second stop. So he's going to be putting on a set of softs, as is Russell. Alright, now this is going to be interesting. Let's watch the pace of the last laps, because it's not inconceivable that we could lap the entire field here. If we pushed, we definitely could, but I want to see just what the true raw pace is. Who's in third right now? Oh, Bottas. Oh, Bottas is pitting for a set of softs. Perez is clear. Bottas is clear of Russell. I don't think Russell's going to have the pace to close him down. He might do. No, he won't. Not until we get past Bottas. 16 laps to go. And we're about to lap George Russell in 6th place. And we are lapping 1.7 seconds a lap faster than Verstappen right now. That's insane. What tyres is Verstappen on? He is on softs. Okay, so 120.1, 120.2. We're lapping almost 2 seconds faster than Verstappen. We're going to lap the whole field. There's still 13 laps to go after this lap. Why are they so slow? The only thing I can think of is they're running worn engines and they're suffering from a power loss. To be that far off the pace, that's ridiculous. There we go, 121.9. Oh no, it's because Sainz got held up in traffic. We're coming up on the back of the Red Bulls And there's 11 laps left. We're going to do this. We're so much faster. Sainz was 2.2 seconds faster on that lap than Verstappen, who was in clean air. Okay, Verstappen's pace has increased a little bit because he's had some DRS in getting past these back markers. Still don't think it's enough to keep him from being lapped though. Yeah, back to 1.5 seconds slower than Leclerc on that lap. Alright, let's keep an eye on the last couple of laps here. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Can we get through the traffic and get up to the back of the Red Bulls before we run out of laps? We should be able to. Oh Christ, look how close we are to Perez. It's going to be another easy win for Leclerc, I think. Sainz has just been unlucky with the traffic. Red Bull equals drag, not wings. Red Bull does give you wings, just very, very inefficient aero wings. There we go, that's Perez lapped. It's just Verstappen left. And we've lapped the entire field. Even with traffic, we still lapped almost a second faster than Verstappen on that last lap. They've got to be running really worn-out engines. That's the only, or worn engine components. That's the only thing I can think of as to why they're so slow. I mean, I know we've upgraded the car and we were 0.7 a second faster in quali, but we've added another second on that in race pace. Here we go. It's going to happen this lap. It's one of the McLarens. I'm not sure which one. And there we go. We have lapped Verstappen with 5.5 laps left. No, 4.5 laps left. Got to be embarrassing for him, but he's going to stay in the DRS of Leclerc now, so he might not get lapped by Sainz. And let's see, can Sainz catch up? It depends. He's going to get DRS, which is going to bring him up. Tell you what, this DRS train could actually help Sainz take the win. If he can get DRS of all the cars in front. Is he within a second? I think he is. Yes, he is. Okay, this could help Sainz take the lead. And both Red Bulls are going to be lapped by both Ferraris. There we go. That's Perez lap. 4 laps to go. New fastest lap for Carlos Sainz.
Was a strong lap. Well done.
The only way Leclerc's going to beat that is if he ends up getting overtaken by Sainz and then uses DRS to pass him. It's the only way he's going to do it. I think. Let's take a look. Yeah, near 1.5 tenths, 1.3 tenths faster. And there we go. That is Max Verstappen being lapped by Carlos Sainz as well. What's the gap? It's 1.5 seconds. Okay, so Sainz did not get the DRS he needed on this straight, so I don't think he's going to be able to win the race. Because now he's going to get hassled and badgered by Verstappen, who wants to unlap himself, but the AI won't let him. So that means Sainz is going to have to battle like this. Which means he's going to lose time. So Sainz is going to get second place. But he has got the fastest lap. I can't believe we lapped the entire field without a single bit of pushing at all. Not even off the line. Just standard pace, standard tyre wear, standard ERS the entire race from start to finish, and we lapped everybody. This is only race 6 of the season. I think this might be the last Forza Ferrari for a while. I don't think I'm going to do another Forza Ferrari until there's been a patch. We'll keep doing the Haas playthrough, but we won't do another Forza Ferrari until there's a patch to balance things out, because this is just, you know, it's ridiculously easy by the look of it. Yeah, and that gap's got up to 3 seconds because of the traffic. It's been kind to Leclerc, it hasn't been kind to Sainz.
Last lap.
Keep doing it, screw the patch. There needs to be some kind of challenge. This is just, yeah, there's no challenge in this whatsoever at all. The hardest thing is getting 100% car setup, that's it. I mean, we've barely even looked at the Ferraris on this playthrough. We've spent more time looking at the rest of the grid. Look at that. We've lapped everybody on the entire field apart from each other. And we've lapped everybody up to and including Zhou twice. That's ridiculous.
Checkered flag.
This was incredibly difficult.
I swear Leclerc has taken the piss, but that's 2 races in a row. He's absolutely walked it, and 2 races in a row he said it was the most difficult thing in the world. So yeah, a win for Charles, a fastest lap for Carlos. He did still get the fastest lap, didn't he? Yes, he did. Sainz was leading the Drivers' Championship. Is he still leading? He might be.
Ferrari's driver performed magnificently here. Never have a team been more deserving of a podium. Everyone must be ecstatic.
Looks a little bit like in second place there. He's like, I could have had this one. It got away. Max looks thoroughly miserable, as he should be.
What a treat this is for the Tifosi. The Ferrari driver rewarding their fans with a podium to be proud of. For these drivers, they'll be taking home their trophies and a decent haul of points for their team.
Jim Bob for Ferrari management.
Ferrari had a very good race, proving they're definitely a team to contend with.
That's right, they've made some fine strategic decisions here, and it's brilliant to see them pay off.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
For the next Grand Prix, make sure you join us at the renowned city circuit of Monaco. Prepare yourselves for one of the most legendary rounds of the season.
Okay, Monaco could be interesting. The traffic will definitely play a part in that one. Yeah, they made some difficult strategic calls that really paid off. Yeah, I just said to the drivers, just do whatever, just go and drive, and that was it. At least I don't arse it up, lad. Well, I didn't this time out. Remember just an hour or so ago I said that was the easiest race I've ever had. This was even easier than that. Utter dominance, and we're only 6 races into the championship. Charles Leclerc retakes the driver's top spot by 2 points from Carlos there. So that's 4 wins, 5 podiums, and 3 fastest laps, 4 pole positions for Charles. 2 wins, 5 podiums, 3 fastest laps, 1 pole position for Carlos. Max has had 4 podiums. Perez has had 1 podium, 1 pole position. 2 podiums for George, 1 podium for Lewis. And that's it. That's the history of the podiums. And there we go in the constructors. We are already, after 6 races, 104 points ahead of Red Bull. Utter dominance. Carlos gets a development point. We pay out a win bonus for Charles Leclerc. Achieve our performance guarantees and incentives. Wasn't I going to look at drivers at the end of the race? Yes, I was. So, let's just go through the inbox first of all. Frederick Vesti. Right, so contract. Really? Albon's out of contract at the end of the season. Schumacher should be out of contract at the end of the season. Why? Okay. The filter's just not working. Okay, so that's filtered out the F1 drivers, both main and reserves. No one's out of contract at the end of the season. That can't be right. Oh, maybe it's because I haven't scouted them, so I don't know. That'll be why. just got diverted away from my stream for multiple Apple adverts. Well, that's YouTube doing that, not me. I don't monetize my content, so yeah, I've got no control over that. Sorry. Okay, so we can't actually see who's out of contract, so that's a little frustrating. But from memory, if I go back and clear that one there and apply and return, Hamilton, I think, is out of contract at the end of the season. He will probably just re-sign for McLaren. Sorry, for Mercedes. Who else is out of contract at the end of the season? Alonso, maybe. Don't know about Vettel. I think Vettel might be out of contract, possibly. Albon's out of contract at the end of the season. Yuki might be out of contract. Hulkenberg will be out of contract. Mick is out of contract at the end of the season. Not sure about Latifi. Jack Aitken is out of contract as the reserve driver, but he'll probably just get renewed. Yeah, so there's a few contract positions coming up. It will be interesting to see when we bin off Sainz and Leclerc, who goes where. Teams usually try and go for, when it comes to signing free agents, they generally tend to go with whoever's the highest rated. So Mercedes will almost certainly re-sign Hamilton if Hamilton doesn't retire. If Hamilton retires, they will probably go for Leclerc. So that could be interesting. See whether or not Hamilton retires at the end of the season. But yeah, a few interesting things. We'll be signing Mick Schumacher, so that will be freeing up a slot at Haas. Whoever ends up there, it'll be interesting to see. Who else did we say was out of contract? Albon. Williams might try and sign Leclerc or Carlos. I don't think they will. Don't think the driver will actually sign for that team, but they would certainly have a go. So we could see either of the two Ferrari drivers end up driving for Haas next season. If Alonso's contract expires, and I can't remember if it does or not, then I think it does. Then we would see one of them end up there. Yeah, that's it. That's going to be an interesting time at the end of the season. So we've got a point for Carlos. Let's spend that now. Let's improve his reactions. Dennis Halger's got a point. Let's improve his tyre wear. None of the staff have got any points to spend. Let's check in with the board. Board are delighted with the last two results, as they should be after the disaster of Imola and the farce of Melbourne. Things back on track in a big way. Yeah, this is just ridiculously easy right now. So I don't know. We may be back with Forza Ferrari next Friday. It depends as to when that patch goes live. It's Monaco and Baku. It's Monaco and Baku as the next two races. So Monaco will be interesting. I mean, we should walk Monaco, but if we have a problem in qualifying, one of our drivers bins it in qualifying, which is a possibility, then fighting through the field is going to be interesting. Okay, here's what we'll do. Next Friday we will do another Forza Friday, but if the patch hasn't gone live, we will do a last to first stream. So we will deliberately start both our cars at the back of the grid, so we won't go out at all in qualifying, and we'll see if we can get them to fight through all the traffic at Monaco and get to the front, because our pace advantage is going to be ridiculous. And then same again at Baku. We'll start at the back of the grid. On Baku, I think we've got a real chance of getting back to the front and winning that race, given that it's quite easy to overtake at Baku, and we've got such a powerful car right now. Monaco, though, is going to be really interesting, because we've got the pace, but Monaco is so hard. Even with the pace advantage, Monaco is so hard to overtake. So yeah, that's what we'll do. If we've got a patch, then we'll play it as normal and see how things have changed with the patch. If we haven't got a patch, then we will do last to first and see how things go there. That's the plan for next Friday, Forza Ferrari stream. As things stand, there'll be no streaming over the weekend. I will get some construction simulator videos out for you guys, though, over the next couple of days. And then we'll be back for some more Haas career mode on Monday. So keep an eye out for the construction sim videos coming at the weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday.